Imagine a camera so unapologetically dominant that it doesn't just capture a moment, it actively hunts it down with predatory precision. For decades, the professional photography world was shackled by a brutal, unyielding compromise. If you wanted absolute, crushing resolution to capture every microscopic detail of a scene, you had to accept a slow, sluggish camera that choked the moment the action sped up. If you demanded blinding speed to freeze a bullet-fast athlete or an elusive predator in the wild, you were forced to settle for low-resolution files that fell apart under close inspection. We accepted this trade-off as an absolute law of physics. Then, Nikon disrupted the landscape forever by removing the mechanical shutter entirely, opening the door to an era of pure digital speed. But standing still in this industry is equivalent to immediate obsolescence. The competition retaliated, the boundaries shifted, and the elite creative class demanded something truly transcendent. This is the story of the Nikon Z9 Mark II, a machine forged in the crucible of extreme performance, engineered to aggressively humiliate the status quo, and built to permanently redefine what a flagship imaging weapon is allowed to achieve. To fully comprehend the deep engineering mastery trapped inside this chassis, you have to look closely at the relentless, punishing conditions that professional visual storytellers face every single day. We are living in a fast-paced era where a flagship camera cannot simply be good. It must be completely infallible. It must shoot a blistering burst of high-resolution images in a torrential downpour, pivot instantly to recording raw, uncompressed cinema-grade video, and transmit those massive files to a newsroom halfway across the globe in a matter of seconds. Cannot overheat, cannot drop focus, cannot hesitate for a single millisecond. Nikon looked at these impossible demands and tore down their previous blueprints to construct an absolute masterpiece of mechanical and silicon defiance. They didn't just give this camera an incremental firmware update or a slightly modified grip. They took the absolute peak of modern optical technology, paired it with a hyper-advanced computational intelligence matrix, and packed it all into a frame designed to survive a war zone. The exact second your fingers wrap around the deeply sculpted vertical grip of the Z9 Mark II, your physical instincts instantly recognize that this is not a consumer electronic device. It is a precision industrial instrument. Constructed from a hyperdense, aerospace-grade magnesium alloy, every single dial, button, and shutter release has been tuned with microscopic precision, providing a deeply satisfying, tactile response that allows you to change complex exposure values or tracking modes entirely by muscle memory, without ever lifting your eye away from the target. It is a camera that refuses to let the physical environment dictate your creative potential. But the real magic, the true psychological disruption of this machine, lies directly behind the massive lens mount. The Z9 Mark II features a completely revolutionary, next-generation dual-stream stacked sensor architecture driven by an ultra-advanced image processing engine that operates at speeds that defy traditional computing logic. By completely eliminating the mechanical shutter once again, Nikon has pushed sensor readouts into a realm of pure fluid speed. The classic nightmare of rolling shutter distortion, where fast-moving golf clubs, helicopter blades, or racing cars appear warped and bent, has been utterly annihilated. What this means in the real world is that